Hello everyone, I'm admin1 of NEFX. Merry Eugemus. Today is December 23rd, 2022. I'm saying Merry Eugemus a bit early, but it basically applies. Today's another unboxing video. I have here something that Windbreaker sent me, and I will try and make sure not to fuck up opening it, like I apparently did the last thing that I unboxed from him on camera. I don't think I'll mess this one up, but, you know, we'll see. It's not like I knew when I messed that one up. But, before we do this, let's look at this. I actually neglected to do an unboxing video for this, but this is very special. I did not write those words. This is something sent to me by Total Carnage comrade Irons. It is the admin1 signature model Blightgeist Demolisher keyboard. Now, you might think, if you haven't already noticed little details about this, that this is just a keyboard with a different name given to it. But that's the deception. See these switches? Those are not originally there. You can see they're called portals. And for that matter, you might also notice these sockets here, labeled as reclaimed cudgels. And of course, these writings certainly reflect a pretty attentive understanding of some NEFX concepts. We see here, cudgelers hard at work. Some holes there. And then, let's see, marks of CUD. Oh, marks of cudgels. Okay, yeah. Letters spaced out that way to make this legible. So, this is a modified keyboard. Here we have some other switches here. Two are labeled Geist, one is labeled Burrow. So this is Irons' very brilliant invention. Basically, as you'll hear soon enough, not only are these sounds modified, but there's a wide variety, practically infinite, of different sounds that can be generated by various combinations of not just the different sounds or tones you can select on the keyboard with notes. There are also infinite recombinations with the different switch combinations relative to the different tones and sounds. And for that matter, you'll notice as we move along that some of these keys will make different sounds pretty much each time that you press them. So I'm thinking that I'll need to make like my own little spreadsheet with maybe some embedded sample audio files of the sounds that are created from all these different recombinations. And when I say recombinations, I mean like, you know, one of these switches or two of them or three of them. They all create such different sounds. It's like you'd have to do like these permutation calculations to determine all the possibilities. And then I'd spend the rest of my life finding out what those are. Anyway, I do have the banana cable still, of course, with the other contraption. I'll need to fish that out at some point to demonstrate. But for now, at least, we're just going to demonstrate some of the sounds, because of course I can't, demonstrate everything. Anyway, even if I had the banana cables handy and could demonstrate that part right now, I mean, we just would never get to the bottom of it. So consider this like a preview, like almost trial version demonstration video. If you want to see how the keys sound with the banana cables, with these reclaimed cudgels used, then stay tuned. We're just going to go ahead and turn this on. I'm going to turn this down so as not to disturb other people in the building, potentially. Okay, so that way you can still hear it. So I have this set to a single finger chord. You can hear that a little bit. And past that is where the single note part starts. So it sounds pretty standard so far. It's a pretty regular kind of vintage keyboard. But Firstly, let's try a different voice. Right now we're on, which one are we on? Just like a regular kind of organ. We can try something out there like the speech one, or let's try hits first. That's like orchestra hits. So 5, 3, 2. That's cool. There's a little brief demonstration basically to confirm that you have indeed switched to it. Now, let's see what happens if we turn on one of these portal switches. Might turn that up a bit more so you can hear the kind of underlying part of it. I heard something before. Okay, there we go. Bit of like a radio frequency type noise. It is different at any rate. And some of these are real gems, like here's the drum pad, and sometimes if you get the right combination, if you press one button, it'll play like an entire riff spanning a few measures or something. So let's see if that's the case here. So we have, that's kind of an example. Normally just make a regular drum sound. It sounds a bit distorted. Okay, that's pretty interesting. Kind of warped sounding. That's pretty normal. Yeah. Now let's see. There we go. Can you hear that? See, it's cool because you hear it sound like a kind of a melodic, disturbing line with little fragments of the voice noises in there. And again, that's from the speech voice. We haven't yet tried speech, but if you just hold that down, it loops that way. For now, it's just the same thing with different pitches. One thing that's interesting is, oh, see, like it goes higher up in pitch, and all of a sudden it goes back down for some reason. And there are different regions, even within like the same one, like within, say, the single note region, or within the chord region, where the sounds suddenly change. There we go. At some point it just sort of cuts out in the middle. Notice there, that's an example of one key giving different sounds across different presses. Interesting, now it goes down in pitch. Now it all slows down. What the hell? Sounds different from the first time. What did I do? Maybe it was this one I pressed. Okay, so that's just one of the portal switches. Let's see what happens with another one. Oh, there we go. It's a bit of a sequence. Oh, wow, that sounds like submarine noises. Wow, these noises differ greatly just between like 3 adjacent keys. Ooh. These are like the sounds of, you know, those corny old sci-fi movies of those machines that just make a bunch of bloops and bleeps and have lights in them, where they always seem like they're really important, and there's always like these henchmen working on them, but they don't ever seem to actually do anything. But they sound great, and these sound great. And I'm sure many of you are already thinking, and I know I'm one step ahead of you already on this, about sampling some of these noises for marathon ambient sounds. Oh, wow. Hello, Satan. Whoa. It's like the Mellow Yellow guy or something. All that from me holding down one key. You can hear that. You know, I've thought for a long time about doing like a Bowl of Heaven tribute piece that's just meant to sound like the essence of a lot of different pieces they've done. And this would be very useful for that, if I ever get around to it. Wait, it says Cudgel Ichor? There we go again. It's like a lower pitch of what was up here. All that from one switch on one voice. Let's try the next portal. Okay. This time is pretty similar across multiple keys. Although it looks like, that sounds like it gets a bit more melodic over time. Oh, can't really hear anything from these. That's alright, there's still plenty of possibilities. Alright, so that's all the portal switches on that one voice. Actually, let's see if anything's changed over here in the drum part. Okay, let me turn that down a bit. I wonder what sort of shit people next door are hearing. Yep, that's the sort of thing I was looking for. An entire drum noise riff. It's like 4 bars. Very rhythmic too. Okay. Let's try this next one while we're at it. Second one. Okay, nothing there. How about here with the burrow? We'll start with the drum machine first this time before going to the keys. That's a very industrial loop there. Let's go slower. Now for the chords. That sounds like tuning into a radio. You can kind of brief, you can barely hear some like voices underneath. Might turn this up a bit so you can hear it better. Another case of different sounds across different presses. Combination of eerie radio frequency sound, and also like this swirling. Oh, that's cool. It's like an oscillator that has different rhythms each time. Maybe that's not the word. It's like a tremolo locking system. Interesting. So every first and third time is the same. Every second and fourth time is the same. Maybe not always. Alright, so that's the burrow switch. Now we go to the Geis. Sudden switch there. Sounds pretty similar to the original for these keys so far. I wonder why just those last three. Very springy noise. How about the drums? Another good drum and voice loop there. They seem to have like the same types of rhythms for the most part each time. It's just like a different arrangement of noises. See, I like that sort of thing, finding the jackpot there. Like almost all the keys there, pretty much all except one, are fairly normal. You know, basically similar to if you don't have a switch turned on, maybe just a bit more distorted, and then you get that one big ass riff right there. So how about the next Geist? Try the drums again. Pretty standard. Okay, for the keys. I'll turn it up again. Volume seems to differ between different parts and configurations. Here we go. Got some like kind of clanging noises. Okay, so nothing changed very much with this one, but it might just be with this particular voice. We've already basically run the gamut of hits, although not quite, because there's still many recombinations we could use. Like so far we've just been using one switch at a time. We can see what it's like using more than one. So I got one of the guys turned on. Let's just try this real quick. Yeah, it's good to just try more than one at once. Let's go ahead and try it with speech. I'm not pressing anything right now. It's kind of running on its own. By the way, we haven't even gotten to what it sounds like to play the drum loops with this shit going, or for that matter, like the musical demo tracks. Still just going on its own. It's like making its own piece. It's a great musique concrete piece right there. When I encounter stuff like this that reminds me of Bolt Heaven, I wonder if they use stuff like this to make some of their pieces. It feels like they've used everything because they pretty much captured every type of sound, it feels like. Fortunately. Like, I'll hear noises in my daily goings that remind me of Bolt Heaven all the time, of pieces that they've made or could have made. And likewise, their music often reminds me of stuff I've encountered in the world. Anyway, let's see if I can just turn this off. Okay, it's back to normal for now. But actually, I don't think. Yeah, I didn't get to speech. I don't think. Let's try that again. There we go. Yep. So let's just hear the speech noises by themselves. They're already pretty interesting. I don't know what it's saying there. It sounds like the word fight is in there, but I'm not sure. And then right there it just goes, Chow, I think. I don't really get what that's about, but now let's see. One portal. Like alternates between like these weird melodic swirly loops and the sweet noises. Okay. So yeah, basically that hybrid there. Next portal. Yeah, more machine noises. Yeah, we've heard that one before, I think. Oh, interesting. Like an odd signature loop. Next portal. Nothing about the drums. Yep. Shit. That's loud. This part. Alright, so that's all the portals. Now for Burrow. Oh, wow, it like doubles up. Let's hear that a bit louder. It's like a very swinging, happy loop. You hear the chow in there. Well, that's good. Pretty rapid. try one of the Geists. There we go. All right. Next Geist. All right, let's try the drum loops here. Okay. Now let's try a combination of a Geist and a Portal. Anyway, we could be here all day, all night, all year with all that's in store here. But I intend to get to as many of these sounds as I can in good time. There's still a lot to explore. And that's the brilliant thing that Iron sent to me. I don't know what all is involved, like science-wise, in making this and yielding some of these sounds. I've never done this sort of thing before, although he's sent me some information and as well as manuals for some of this stuff that can form a good basis for some educational text pieces later on and such. And to that point, I should say I'm working on at least one thing behind the scenes that I've been trying to work out for a while now, but I think might kind of come to fruition. It's one of those things where sometimes it's like the solution is right there under your nose, and you just have to be in the position to see it. But you'll see, and you'll hear. It says chow to me before it turns off. It's great. You can only imagine what these will sound like. I mean, you've heard pieces like Drek and Lochium and whatnot, and others of that nature. And of course, Drek and Lochium made it into the soundtrack for Hellpack. But you heard how potent that other device was with the banana cables. I can only imagine what will be done with this, with those, and the ways that the two can be used in conjunction with each other to create a wonderful alien machine sound. And here we have what Windbreaker sent me. Let's see if I can try to open it with one hand. Take the tape off anyway. Oops. I probably already ruined it. One more. There we go. Okay. So I have, as I suspected, like a poster type thing. I'm guessing this is something to do with the bike Geist. I see there's also something folded up, some piece of paper down there, it looks like. So let's just get this thing out here from EVRYFX, basically. Yep, it's a drawing of a bike for the bike Geist. Looks like the exact type of model that was used in the EVRYFX music video, so this is a very rare find. Actually, I imagine they even focused the camera on this exact piece of paper for many of the music video shots. You see how robust it is. You really have to hunch over big time, so it's a Major League type of bike for Major League Bike Geist. the next thing here. I should say already, if it wasn't already apparent, my fans are awesome. The Total Carnage comrades, they're amazing. They send me amazing stuff like this constantly. Yeah, here we go. I think these are the exact scene drawings used for the music videos. Here we have yeah, that part. I don't know the significance of all these numbers. Are these numbers I posted? I don't know, but you can get a better view of everything. Some of these esoteric scratches, markings, sigils. Looks like a face right there. And we have what seems to be Eddie Dingle in front of a mirror on a toilet. Seemed like working at something, on something at like a desk. It's a tree, I think, or a tree trunk with a face. I could be totally getting this wrong. See a door. Oh. Another little mystery character there. One that sort of resembles the physique of another character image that another Total Carnage comrade often sports, right? Is this a face also? Is it like of a ghost? Got plenty more drawings in here. Yeah, I think these might be all the scene material, basically. Like the backdrops. Oh yes, this is the one from the ayahuasca video. Some of you may have noticed that I had a brief clip on my YouTube channel of me watching this on a TV screen at someone else's house. It's part of an inspiration session. Excuse me. You seem to be diamonds. A very smooth gust of wind there. And I suspect Eddie Dingle saw something like this during an ayahuasca trip. There are definitely a lot of Rorschach-ish things there. I feel like I see some animals. Let's see. Yeah, faces and stuff I haven't seen before. Especially now that I'm really able to take the time to drink this in and see it in still view. Which I technically could during the video, like I could stop and stuff, but it's easier this way. So we have, there we go. Eddie Dingle, perhaps with Emily. Yeah, so this is just like all the scenery backgrounds from over the years. It's from one of the earlier characters. Like in the first ever EVRYFX video, you see something like this. These winged kind of shrubs with these oddly shaped heads. I didn't really notice that little scroll before. Oh wow, this is a very loudly colored one here. We'll reiterate that it's been great to see how EVRYFX have really come into their own over the years. Like they've developed their own system of concepts and sound. You know, like at the beginning they already had their own sound, but you could tell that they were more directly attributing to NEFX with not just some of the riffs, but the track titles as well, and that was great too. But they've used that as like a launching pad for something all of their own. See the cycle of the wheel being etched into a character's vision there, being stuck in the bike geist. Or if it has any inspiration from like concepts of the wheel of Samsara or something. Oh yeah, here we go. I've always really wondered about this one here. The character with the gear and the one eye. Looks like multiple gears. But they could also be like flowers, and it looks a bit like the peace symbol, so I think it's pretty subjective. Nice tits. Oh yeah, it's sort of like a Medusa thing there. Alright, so that's all the scenes. And then we have one last thing here. Let's see if I can reach down. Arm's a bit stuck in here though. No, damn it. Shit. Okay, I don't know what happened with my sleeve. Something got bunched up, but here's a cat face. And envelope. Sit this down again. The envelope contains another envelope. Let's see what's in this one. Got this piece of paper. Just unfold it. Fuck you. Another cat face. Awesome. Well, that's it, everyone. Thanks very much for watching. Those were gifts. Basically, what I'll call at least like honorary Utemus gifts. May have not have been sent for that occasion specifically, but you know, I'll call them that. From Total Carnage comrades, Irons, and Windbreaker, or more broadly, EVRYFX. So that'd count Eddie Dingle as well. It's awesome. Thanks very much, everyone. There'll be more to come with stuff like this. See you around.